What's up people, this is Vishal and I'm back again with another video. Many of you reached out to me asking about how to write your own NPM libraries, and in this video let's shed some light on that and let's go. So I've already created a package called common utilities. The name of the package would be @vishal/common utilities. I've added some of the dev dependencies over here. So my packages will be dependent on Babel CLI, Babel Core and Babel preset env. So preset env is something which will transform my ES6 code into ES2015 code. So that's all I have in my package JSON. So my library, what I want this to do is, there are some of the utilities that I wrote as part of my code along sessions. So I want to ship those utilities as a NPM package. Okay, so that NPM package's name would be common utilities. So in my SRC, you will see cyclic.js, deepclone.js, deepmerge.js, flatten.js. These are some of the utilities that I wrote. And I also created a file called index.js, which is currently exporting all of the functions from each of these files out of the SRC folder. Okay, so coming to Babel config.json, I already have a preset set over here. So this is nothing but like I told you, it is going to transform my ES6 code into ES2015 code. Okay, alright, so everything is ready. So let's install our dependencies, and then we'll see what we need to do in this project for it to become a NPM library. So let's go to our terminal. I'll clear this up. Alright, now let's run npm install. Alright, so once my packages are installed, you will see a node modules folder created here, so that's fine. But the code that I've written here is all written in ES6 format, right? So before shipping my library out, I want to convert or transpile this into ES2015 syntax. So in my scripts, I'm going to use Babel to transpile this ES6 code into ES2015. So first thing I'm going to do is write a build script. So we will write build, and this command is going to run Babel. We will transpile everything inside SRC and paste it in the destination called dist. Dist is nothing but distribution. Okay, so this is my first command. And now we'll write another important command. So there is a command called prepare. So what prepare means is, when someone installs this package, I want my distribution to be created, right? So right now, if anyone installs my package, the same copy that I have in my project directory, that copy will be present in the node modules. But we don't want that. We want our distribution to be created before client actually uses my package, right? So that's where we are going to use prepare script. So prepare script is something which is all provided from the npm, where these are kind of like hooks. So whenever install is done, it is going to run the prepare command, so automatically, right? So once the installation is done, I want to run my build command so that the dist folder is created. So we are going to run npm run build. Okay, so that's my package. Basically that's all it is going to do. Another thing that is important is the main. Okay, so main is something by default which is going to point at index.js, but ideally we want it to point towards dist. The reason being, so whenever someone imports my library, we have to specify which file is the entry point. Okay, so if I don't specify the entry point, by default it is going to take index.js, which is not present in my package at all, right? So once I create a dist, I want to specify something over here. So before going to that part, let's just run our code and see if everything is working. So we will run npm run build. So basically we are going to execute babel src -d dist. So when I run this, so once this is done, you will see a dist folder being created in your project structure. So in my dist folder, you can see all my files are already there, and in my index.js I have a export of all of these files that I created, and all of these files are compiled into transpiled into ES2015 syntax. Okay, so now this is going to be the entry point of my application, of my library. So whenever someone installs my library, this is going to be the entry point. Hence we are going to specify dist/index.js. Okay, so this is a very important configuration which says that once what is the main entry point of your library. Before publishing it to npm, we will push it into a git repo and see if our library is properly working or not. So let's do that. So let's quickly head on to our browser, create a repository. So I'm going to call my repository common utilities. I'm creating a private repo for now, so let's click on create repo. So once this repository is ready, all I need to do is set the origin. Okay, so we'll copy this command, and in my terminal again, I'm going to run git init. Now this has initialized my git repository, so you can see all my packages are listed over here. In my git ignore, I do not want to push my dist folder, so let's call it let's type dist over here so that my dist is not pushed to the repository. Now we will just make a commit over here. So ga -a gc -m initial commit. Okay, so I have not added the get remote yet, so let's do that as well. So get remote is ready. Now we'll git push. So master branch, let's copy this, paste it here, run it. So once my code is pushed, you can hit a refresh on your git repository and you'll see that all my code is present over here. So everything is fine. So we need to now use this library into one of our projects and see if everything is working fine over there or not. So the one more thing that I wanted to tell is I'm not minifying, I'm not uglifying or minifying this library. You can actually minify the library as well. So basically once the code is built, the dist will have the minified version of the code, but I do not want to uglify because I still want the users of my package to be able to use the function names properly while they are importing my library, right? So entire idea of uglifying the JS and all that, I'm handing it over to the client, where if they want to do it, they can do it. Okay, all right. So yeah, so my code is now pushed. Now I've already created another application called example. So in my example application, we just have a main.js file which is currently empty, and I've also added a webpack config.js, a very minimal webpack configuration, which is it is gonna run in production mode. It is going to have the entry point of this particular project is main.js. The output of this project is also going to be dist, and the bundled file name is going to be bundle.js. I'm also adding a plugin called HTML Webpack plugin. This plugin is basically going to create an index.html and automatically import my bundle.js script into my HTML. And I've also provided a configuration for dev server, which is going to take the base of my server as dist, and it is going to run on the port 9000. So in the package JSON, I have all the libraries that are required for this, and I have some scripts written over here for build, which is going to be webpack use the config webpack config.js, and when I run start, it is going to run the webpack dev server. So now I want to use my library that I just pushed. So since my code is in git right now, so I'm not publishing it to npm to avoid creating multiple versions. So let's go to our git repo, click on this drop down. I will copy the SSH path instead of HTTPS. Since this is a private repo, I'll be copying the SSH path. So I'll just copy this path, and the way you will be using this is let's call it at Vishal /common utilities. Okay, and this is going to be my git repo. The only thing that I need to do is git plus ssh colon this. Okay, so if it is HTTPS URL instead of SSH, you would be writing HTTPS. Okay, so this is my library that I want to install from the GitHub, and rest are from the npm.js org. Okay, so let's open our terminal again and run npm install. So once the packages are installed, we have our node modules created. So let's quickly look at it. So on my node modules, you will see that there is a @vishal folder, and inside that I have a common utilities, and you'll see that the dist has been created. So notice that this dist has been created because of the prepare command that we wrote in our library. Okay, so basically as soon as npm install happened, it ran npm run build, and hence the dist folder is now ready. So in my dist folder, I have my all the things which we were seeing earlier, right? Okay, so now let's try to use this library. So we already have a main.js which is currently empty. So let's write import, let me increase the font size a little, import from let's type in my repository. So you can see that the IDE is now automatically detecting my package. So I can write this, and from this library I want to, let's say, import deep merge. So based on IntelliSense, you can see that we have deep merge and deep clone both present in my common utilities. So we'll use deep merge, and we'll just do a simple console.log on deep merge, and we'll specify our 2 arguments over here. Okay, so before we run and execute this, let's do a command click on this. So once I do a command click on this, you will see that it is going to my dist folder. Okay, so it is not going inside my src index.js, it is going into my dist index.js, because we specified the main configuration as dist/index.js. So that's the importance of main configuration. Okay, so yeah, now we have everything ready. So let's execute our code quickly. So for executing this, I've already written a webpack serve command. So let's go to the terminal and run npm start. So it starts my webpack server on port 9000 based on whatever the configuration we did inside our webpack config.js. Alright, so once we go here, you will see that output of this should be A123, and that's what we are getting over here. So my code is running perfectly fine. So let's do one more thing. Instead of running our dev server, let's run the build and see if everything is getting minified or not. So and uglified as well. So that the reason why I'm expecting that to happen is because we are running in the production mode, and by default webpack in production mode is going to optimize the things and do the minification as well as uglification. All right, so when we run npm run build, so now it is going to execute my build command, which is webpack config whatever. Alright, so now it should have created a dist folder in my project directory. So let's wait for that to appear. Alright, so in the dist folder, if you see now, we have a bundle.js created, and index.html is created because of my plugin, HTML webpack plugin. So if you look at the bundle.js now, so client has taken the responsibility of minifying everything, right? So minifying as well as uglifying everything, and since everything is happening in this project scope, my code will completely work fine in that case as well. But if I had uglified in my library that time, this code would not work properly. Alright, so we have tested our code, everything is working fine, our library is working fine. So the next step would be to push our library to npm. So let's go. now to publish the package, there is one change that I need to make in the package name, which is first thing, when we are making scoped packages. So when there is a prefix like this on the package name, that means it's a scoped package. So in that case, I need to specify my npm.js username as the prefix for my package name. Also, the common utilities is something which I've already created, so I'll just name it as common utils. So this is the package that I'm going to publish. Okay, so now to proceed with publishing, what you need to do is you need to head on to npmjs.com and sign up on this website and create a account over there using your username, password and email ID. Once the account is ready, just come back to your CLI and run npm login. Okay, so once you run npm login, it is going to ask my username, password and email ID to authenticate me, and once I enter all these credentials, I'm logged in now. So once you're logged in, all I need to do is run npm publish, and I need to provide another switch over here, which is access equal to public. So this is based on the recommendations from npm documentation. So when we are using scoped packages, that time we need to explicitly specify that the access of this particular package is public. So I'll just run this command now. So once the package is published, you will see this kind of output on your CLI. So you can see that the package is now published. So now we'll head on to our npm account and see whether my package is visible over there or not. So let's go to packages, and you can see that vishal0203/common utils is now a part of the packages that I've published. So let's open our example code again. So we are going to remove this which we used for testing and type here at Vishal 0203/common util. So you can see that the ID is able to identify this package now. So we'll click on this and choose our latest version. So let's choose the specific version. So you can see now that my package.json is now pointing towards the new package that I created. Of course, I need to run npm install, and after running, I'm not going to execute that. It is going to do the same thing. It's just for understanding that once it is published, you can directly specify the version numbers over here. Alright, coming back to our utility. So right now I've created a utility for these problems that I solved. You can similarly create more utilities like common libraries for your React components, for your Vue components, etc. Even common styles, everything you can place in your npm library, and you can use it across your several projects. So that's all for this one, guys. I hope this video was interesting, and please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and hit the notification bell for getting notified about my videos whenever I upload them. So see you in the next one. Bye.